What's up, Castle Clash HursHH here, and I've got a little bit more of a serious topic to talk about today, and that is hacking. So what you're about to see is a Pumpkin Duke one-shotting the boss for 57 billion damage. This is an example of what you can do for a hack. So I'm going to slow it down so you can see that again. The ranged Pumpkin Duke, 57 million damage in the boss. Kind of funny, but sad for everybody who was on that boss fight that lost HP due to this hacker. So now, let's go talk about this, and the reason why hacking's coming up so much right now is because of this post by Gazelle on the forums that got recently taken down. So if you want to read it, you can pause my video here, and if you want to read anything in my video, just feel free to pause and read along so you can see everything for yourself and gain your own knowledge. But I'm going to give you the lowdown of what happened. Basically, Gazelle is accusing Elijah or Eel or whatever you want to name that account of consuming his account, when Eel is saying, no, that is in fact my account. You were using it for a while, but it's my account, and I have the right to consume it if I want to. Right here is Elijah's post that he posted on the forums. Well, it was actually me that posted on the forums in behalf of Elijah. He sent me what he wanted me to say. As you can see here, I am on Elijah's account. I actually have complete control of Elijah's account because I didn't want anybody to be able to alter anything while I'm doing this investigation. Right here you can see Ronger's post about big names in Castle Clash getting hacked. Keep that in mind. Also, you can see down here, these are posts that were just from today, literally the day that I'm filming. This is another person saying he's ranked 60-something in Might, and his account was just hacked here too. So let's keep that in mind, and we'll come back to it in just a few seconds, because we're going to jump back to the Elijah and Gazelle story real quick. And so yeah, just remember that those are going. So what we've done here is I've gone to Elijah's PMs, and you can see this is a very old account with PMs dating all the way back from February. So this is not faked. This is in no way photoshopped or anything like that. I'm actually on the famous Elijah account that is so famous on the forums. So let's go to the start of this conversation here with Gazelle. Just take a moment to scroll all the way there so that you guys can see that I'm not hiding anything. This is the very beginning of the conversation. We can zoom in right here, and you can see that it dates all the way back. February 2nd of 2014 is when this conversation started. So here we'll go, jump to the next page. And again, if you guys want to read any of this, feel free to just press pause and read whatever you want to gain whatever knowledge you want out of this. But what I really want to tell you about, and of course I'm going to paraphrase, or I guess shorten the story down so that it can fit in this video. And again, read if you would like to. I'm not hiding anything from you. Feel free to read it and take what you want from this yourself if you don't want to judge what I have. This is a conversation between Gazelle and Elijah. And the gist of it is that Gazelle is a part of a 3-man team that sells hacks on a third-party website to Castle Clash players. And what he's saying in this conversation is that it is him, and it is a very famous hacker named Capital that you've probably heard from San7 videos or other forum posts, and that it is another person who has never been named, this third-party person, or this third person in this party, that are running a website that sells hacks. And so Gazelle talks about how they advertise it using the Here Be Monster leaderboard, which personally I remember way back, it was probably around February actually, that the Here Be Monster board said a website and said click for hacks or go to for hacks or whatever. I specifically remember that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys also remember that before the leaderboard got taken down by IGG. So, I mean, this is a legit thing where Gazelle is actually claiming that he is a part of this. So that was something that I found very interesting. And then, so he talks about this website over and over again. So, of course, I'm doing this investigative piece today. So I got in touch with somebody that I thought might be able to help me, and they gave me access to their forum page of that website. So what I'm going to actually show you guys is that website, and they've got a list of their members at that website. And I know you guys have heard so much about this list of hackers, who's on this list of hackers. Well, I'm not going to show you guys the whole list, but I will show you parts of it because, well, for one, this list is hundreds of names long, and for two, I'm not going to accuse people of hacking because you can't 100% link people from this list to their Castle Clash in-game name. But it's kind of obvious. So I mean, so I'm not going to accuse anybody, but I'm going to show you a few just for examples. So here you can see right here, this list of names of people, and you can see Tron QT down there, highlighted Castle Clash, Small Duck, highlighted Castle Clash. These are names that are big names in Castle Clash that I chose because they're not really around as much anymore. So this is, when I got to this page, is really where it hit me. Look at the second name up. This is Chubbs SCC, whatever you want to call it. If you go to line chat and type up PM for hack, this right here tells me that this is 100% legit. This website is real. Right there is proof enough for me. So let's look at this. I was within it with 64k might, and we'll scroll over to page 9 and down, or 10, sorry, and down you can see Smarty with 60k might. These are two people who just today got hacked. You see there they are sitting with 12 and 13k might. Here's a couple more other people. Gilly, who has now, way low might. That is a terrifying thing to see, is this empty base. Another one, empty base, over and over again. All these high might players, and these are just 4 examples I'm showing you, hacked all in the same day, today. You see that? Today this happened. So here's Weird on 12k might, and all that's left is an angel. How sad is that? This is terrifying to me as a high might player to see this happen. But that makes, question. Here's some more examples. Zalza, Wiznit, Elijah, all these accounts just destroyed. I happen to know of a person right now who has access to MAC addresses because he was supplying hacks to these players, or to people, Castle Clash players, not to accuse these specific people, but look at that. And here's proof right here. This is, we asked somebody who today was hacked. This is today's conversation, and yes, this person was involved with Capital, the hacker. You can see right there, there's proof of links between these hackers and these people who are getting hacked currently, that they were indeed linked through that hacking website. So I'm going to let you guys think about that one, and I'm going to move on to another big thing that's going on right now that also kind of involves hacking in a way. Yes, this is Arena Legends. So Arena Legends is all over the news right now. News, Castle Clash news, forums, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. And I'm not saying Arena Legends hacks themselves. I'm definitely not saying that. A lot of these top players are completely legit, in my opinion, and I would never accuse any of these guys for hacking. However, I will say that I believe Arena Legends is supporting hacking, and I'm going to give you guys my proof or my reasoning right now. And I think it's all due to this one particular person, and I think you guys can probably guess who that might be, especially because they proclaim in big bold letters on their base that they don't hack. That right there speaks volumes to me, that the person would have to put that on their base because they get accused of hacking so much. So interesting there. So let's take a look at this situation right here. First of all, we have Sean, the vice leader of Arena Legends, saying that he's literally turning a blind eye to what's going on because of this guild. So that's crazy to me, the vice leader turning a blind eye. Here we go, let's look at this. This is Me1 with 8 ones behind his name, saying that, or donating 8,860 shards in one drop. And that looks an awful lot like this picture from way back in February, where Me1 with 9 ones was on the hacker board, as I like to call it. So crazy information there that those two would be so like. So take a look at this. This is Me1 boss back in November. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen, there's a little bit of snow there. If you don't know, Me1 actually used to be a White Knights member until he was caught hacking. And you can see here, this is still snow in the background, barely a week later, suddenly going from, little damage on tier 2 boss to lots of damage on tier 3 boss, and we found out that he was a hacker. So here you can see, these are screenshots of conversations between Me1 and myself, where he's talking about tricks, and he's talking about hacking not working anymore. Right here's where he actually got kicked, where he says that he's been leveling Legends all day and his hack's not working anymore, so it's taking longer. So that's actually the point where I kicked him, because right there he confirmed himself to be a hacker to me. So look at this. Those are awful lot alike. and to say that that's not him just blows my mind. So there you go. This is a member of Arena Legends, and I've blanked out his name so that people can't accuse him of anything, or Arena Legends won't kick him or anything for sharing information. Basically, he says that after Me1 donates, everybody drops a whole bunch of one shard donations to hide all the Smurf dumps that Me1 does. 2 million shards in the time it took White Knights and Elite to get to 2 million shards was about, since November, and Arena Legends has done it in less than 2 months. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. So here you can see where big names in Arena Legends are confirming that they do in fact buy shards. They don't say from who, but I do know that Me1 has contacted me and a few other guild leaders trying to get us to buy shards from him. And he doesn't ever say that it's hacked shards that he's selling, but we're talking 2 million shards in the time, in a month and a half that Arena Legends has been around, and that took White Knights and Elites almost, 9 months or more, since November, to be able to get to that point. And another thing you can think about is everybody remembers that Me1's guild Illuminati was just flying up the ranks and crazy, crazy donations, even though they weren't donating, and then all of a sudden Me1 leaves Illuminati and those donations just completely stop. And then now all of a sudden Me1 is a part of Arena Legends and the same thing's happening again. So really keep that in mind, guys. So that's it for me. I just wanted to bring up these, take whatever conclusions you want out of this video. I'm not going to, I'm showing you all the evidence I have compiled, and so I certainly have my opinion on this, but believe what you want to believe, and if you want to investigate into this yourself, I highly recommend it. It's not too hard to find this information around. It's all available. You can use my video, you can use your own resources, whatever you want to do. Come to your own conclusion. But I'm bringing this up as an issue because IGG needs to take care of this, and I believe that IGG needs to fix this and fix it soon, because this hacking is becoming rampant, it's becoming obvious, and it's been a problem for a long enough time that there should be a fix to it by now. So that's it, guys. I'm sorry that this isn't the typical video that you see from me, but I felt like this needed to be discussed. I felt like it needed to be talked about, and the forums they're silencing it. As soon as you post something about hacking or bring this up for discussion and to have a healthy talk about it, the forums stop it, and they cut it out, and they delete the conversations, and they ban people. So YouTube, they're not going to do that to me. So there you guys go. Please comment below with your thoughts. Tell me whether you think I'm right, whether you think I'm wrong. Give me your thoughts on it. Give me your evidence that you found. Give me your for or against. Give me whatever your opinion is. I don't care. I want to hear about it. And let's get this conversation going, guys. Let's see what we can come up with, and let's try and get IGG to fix this problem that is becoming such a big problem in Castle Clash. That's it, guys. I'm out. I hope you enjoyed this, I guess, this news from HursHH or whatever. And I hope you all have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye.